Good afternoon, good people of God. So, I got another one for today. Why not? So, it's 1 Corinthians 11 1. I'm doing 3 again this time. Just find it so interesting how different they can be. So, anyway, we'll start out with the first one on the top. As usual, scripture, underlined, version, or translation is highlighted in pink, and then in blue, the differences, and it's not perfect with the blue with this one. I mean, with none of it's perfect, but that's pretty much the gist of it. So the first one at the top there is the NIV. It says, "Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ." Oh, and this is the Apostle Paul speaking to the Corinthians. And the second one is 1 Corinthians 11:1. The NLT says, "And you should imitate me just as I imitate Christ." And then the third one, my favorite, the KJV, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ." So, and again, people can argue all they want that it all means the same thing, but the deeper dive you do into things and words and their meanings and and of course, I always I would like to also say that, I would also suggest that, even though these are the scriptures, like if you you also want to know the meaning around what's going on as well, like what happened before and what happened after this scripture. So I suggest going back and reading the whole chapter really, in order to get a feel for what's being said, not just the scripture, but everything around it as well. And I know this is just for other believers as well. This is to edify other believers, to make other people think, about really the versions. I mean, I very truly believe that there's a difference, and the difference does matter. And again, you can choose whatever you choose. Some people prefer the NLT or the NIV or the ESV or whatever. I just prefer the KJV, and I'm explaining why and showing you guys why. So anyway, so I suggest reading around, maybe just the whole chapter really. But so this is the Apostle Paul, and again, he's talking to the Church of the Corinthians. And so I know, as being a disciple of Christ, like when, you tell people that Jesus is with you all the time, they either they look at you like you're crazy, they think that you're crazy, or they just, I mean, it really just depends on the situation. A lot of the time they think you're crazy, but so when somebody says, "I'm of Christ," what we mean is Christ lives in us. He is omnipresent. He lives inside of us and all around us. He's everywhere. So, and especially when you walk in a righteous way, in the upright way, and he really truly does live inside of you, you say, "I am of Christ. Christ is of me." We are one and the same. Not in this. I'm not making myself equal to be Christ, but I'm saying that I am of him, and he is of me. So, and I feel like that is more upfront. Again, as I was saying before, it's just an upfront statement saying that I am of Christ and Christ is of me, rather than being an example of or being an imitator of, which again, in a way, is the same thing, but at the same time, is it really? It really just depends on your opinion, I guess. And although opinions really don't matter, it's not about opinions, it's about truth. So anyway, that was just another one. Let me know what you think. Hope you guys are having a good day.